Hi guys, good evening and welcome back once again to The Edward. I'm your host Eddie, and in tonight's video I'll be giving you my spoiler-filled review of the latest horror movie to grace the big screens. It just came out earlier tonight, although it's technically dropping tomorrow. A much delayed horror film that was supposed to drop a couple of times last year, but like many movies was pushed to this year, and much more fittingly closer to Halloween, I think. Antlers. Ooh, that was spooky. Before I get into all of that, of course, please be warned, this is a spoiler-filled review, so if you've not seen Antlers yet and you would like to, do not keep watching or listening as I will be discussing spoilers. That being said, you have been warned. Let's dive right back into it. First and foremost, this movie pretty much was what I expected it to be. The trailers didn't exactly leave a whole lot of room for the imagination. Like, the characters and plot was pretty clear to me, but that's okay. This is not a complaint or necessarily a criticism. It's just the movie delivered on what I was hoping it to be, you know? And I guess the one thing I was surprised with is that something they left out of the trailers and the limited marketing, from what I could tell, is that there was a second little boy, a younger boy, who is the younger brother of the main little kid in this movie. By the way, hats off to this kid. He could really pull off the whole malnourished, neglected, just emotionally tormented, sickly little boy. I mean, this kid nailed it. He also was perfect, physically looked perfect for the part. I could see why they cast him. And he also did a great job. It's probably one of his first movies, if not his first movie. So hats off to that kid, you know, and everybody was good in it. Everybody did a great job. But man, especially that little boy, you know, he really did carry a good chunk of the film. Him and Kerry Russell as well. I also like the fact that one of the reasons why Kerry Russell related to him so much was because she too was obviously a victim of abuse by her own father as well, but on very different terms, obviously. This kid's dad, you know, was possessed by an ancient, evil, depraved entity which gradually turned him into a bloodthirsty monster, where her father was also a monster in a sense, but who just physically and possibly sexually abused her. Oof. That was tough. But, you know, great stuff, though. You know, once, it was a bit of a slow burn in the beginning, but, I don't know if it was halfway through or a quarter of the way through, but once the teacher got to the school, first of all, every single victim was easily pegged. It's like, they introduced the bully, he's going to die. They introduced Deputy Expendable, he's going to die. He was also in CSI Miami, that's where I recognized him from. And they introduced the teacher who talked about visiting the family, and like, yeah, she's dead. So it wasn't exactly surprising that the characters who did die for me, because I was like, oh yeah, I had you pegged as a goner as soon as I saw you. But it's okay, because it was still an entertaining film. And the one thing I really wanted to take away from this whole viewing experience was I just wanted a big, full, crystal clear body shot view of the Wendigo, and we got exactly that. In the ending, of course, they saved it for the climax of the film, which is kind of fitting because throughout most of the movie, the guy is gradually turning into the Wendigo, and when he does go full-blown Wendigo, we only get very quick glimpses of it, but that's okay because that's what kind of adds to the suspense and terror of it. It's kind of like what Jaws did in a way, too. We don't really see the monster towards the end of the film, and once we do see it in its beautiful, scary, gory, nightmare-fueled appearance. And it's something that occurred to me as well, and it didn't register with me when I saw the trailer. We caught a glimpse of this in one of the trailers, but he was wearing his host's peeled off face, like a mask almost. And I was like, ew, he went full-blown Hannibal Lecter with the whole thing. So, and once we did get a full view of him too, I was like, all right, that is awesome. That is a scary, scary monster right there. You know, he sounded terrifying. He was big. He was scary, powerful, you know, deadly, lethal, you know, and there were a couple of jump scares in the film for me. You know, I saw it with my friend, and he and I agreed the two times that we both got legitimately went ooh in our seats was when, you know, both cops, the one deputy was killed by getting impaled with the antlers, of course, and then when the sheriff was wounded but not killed with the antlers. I also liked in the ending of the film, after the Wendigo is defeated, first off, I actually thought to myself, okay, is the little kid just sick with the same affliction, or is he going to turn into a Wendigo as well? Because I actually thought at first, oh, maybe there'll be two Wendigos in this movie. Nope, just the one, and the boy is still sick, but okay, that's fine. But as soon as the Wendigo died and he started yakking and coughing, I was like, oh no, we're going to see a baby Wendigo in the making here. But thankfully, Kerry Russell mercifully put him down before he could go all blah, you know. So that was good. I also liked how the ending of the film, you think you would expect or tease the boy becoming the Wendigo since he was around his father and brother the most. But since he never came into direct physical contact in terms of being bitten or being stabbed or scraped or impaled by them, he was in the clear actually. But the sheriff who got impaled through the vest and through the shoulder, I believe, or through the torso, you know, or he just got bruised up bad, he starts coughing and yakking, and the black ooze or bile starts coming out of his mouth. And you're like, oh shit. And that's how the movie ends, teasing his inevitable transformation into the Wendigo. I was also kind of hoping for a scene in the mines where Graham Greene's character shows up with a shotgun and blasts the sucker away, saving Kerry Russell and the kid. But unfortunately, we didn't really get that, although I was happy to see him in this movie. Heck, I was excited to see this movie because he was going to be in it. He's a great actor, probably best known for Dances with Wolves, and he's done tons of other movies, but that's probably the movie he's known best for because he's phenomenal in it. And he really is Native American. Can't remember which tribe he is. I think he is Canadian, actually. Canadian Native American. Don't remember which tribe, but I do love that they tied in the Native American folklore into this film because that is where the Wendigo legend comes from. Although I'm sure there have been different versions and stories of it over the years. But I thought while watching this, finally, a decently made horror film about the Wendigo, and it's pretty much delivered on what I was hoping this movie to be. So I walked out feeling pretty damn satisfied and entertained, and that's the feeling I always want with every movie I see, and I'm glad that was the case for this one. So I enjoyed it a lot. I don't know if this is going to do well financially or critically. I'll probably go see it one more time because I just liked it so much. But what did you guys think of it? Did you enjoy Wendigo? Did you enjoy Antlers as much as I did, or maybe not as much? Let me know what you think down below in the comments section. Have an awesome rest of your night. Antlers is now playing exclusively in theaters. Went live tonight, and then it'll probably be out for the next couple weeks or so. So enjoy it. You want to watch a good monster movie, this is one, and it's a good one to watch close to Halloween as well. So have a great rest of your night, everybody. Thanks for watching, and of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.